Ladies and gentlemen, welcome yet to another episode here at the Political Wire. We have a lot here na tunataka kukwambia what is happening into the political world, especially in Kenya. And today, we want to talk about the political term limits. Presidential, sahi nimesikia hata si presidential, imeenda mpaka kwa member of parliament, hata itaenda mpaka kwa MCA. Nothing in politics happens in a coincidence. That should be the first thing for you to understand. Politics is a game, and the earlier you play it, the earlier you win. That is the master game that the Kenya Kwanza politics and the political alignment has really understood, and they're taking it to the advantage. Let us begin. Nandi Senator Samson Cherargei hinted, not just a hint, but of course it is something very known, presented a report to the National Dialogue Committee led by Kimani Ichung'wah and Kalonzo Musyoka. It is now a give and take. We are supporting yours and support ours. The National Dialogue Committee. Of course, you need to give a support. In politics, it is a give and take. If I give you A, what would you give? If I give you B, will you give me A? That is how commonly it works. There's nothing at all, you're my brother, you're my sister, you're my what. No. Interest, ladies and gentlemen. Interest. Let us stress on that. Interest. What is your political interest in any investment you do? Now, nothing starts just as a mere coincidence. History na political limits, that is presidential limits, MP limits, haijaanza tu hivyo ati Nandi Senator aliamka ndo decided to do that. There must be something behind that. And history has it. And in politics, we all suffer from politics, and we all suffer from history. We cannot really forget the fact that history serves us. Can we look at countries that have started to change their constitution or to change their political term? Waliishia wapi? Look at those old countries. For instance, our neighboring Uganda in 2005, they decided to abolish the presidential term limits. What happened? Mpaka sahi, the same person who changed is still the president. I don't want to go there. But what are the implications of Nandi Senator suggestions? So it means if all this is what we have to go with, we need to change the constitution. The constitution has it very clear that the presidential term limits shall be 2 terms. Kuna kitu hapa ningetaka understand. Kuna term limits na limits zenyewe. Term limits ni 2 na miaka ni 10. So you're not supposed to serve more than 10 years, and you're not supposed to go more than 2 terms. So if Nandi Senator, whatever he's suggesting goes by, it means we will have a referendum. This referendum will be suggesting to change the constitution. Of course, not the entire constitution, but the better part of the constitution, especially for the presidential term limits. So that means they don't specify itakuwaje. They have already told us that it is 7 years with 2 terms, making it 14 years with a 7-7 range of years. But then, will they still remain into the words that he ndio inafanya hivi? And a good question that I should be posing to you, my viewers, ni mbona wanataka kuchange? Why are they changing? Let's look back. When Kibaki ruled for 2 terms, that is 10 years, we all know what he did. Kulikuwa na a lot of changes he does. Any serious leader who want to do serious changes to their country, they can even do it within just 3 years. They can even do it without just 5 years. And who told you that if we change, if you're the incumbent, you will secure the 2nd term? We are not much sure about that. But let's focus on this. What are the implications of changing this? First, tumesema they will have to change the constitution. Not the entire part of it, but they will have to change it through a referendum. So it will come to you. Kuna kitu very important that has been happening inaitwa what will you say? The sovereignty power belongs to the hands of Kenyans. So they will come for you in a popular initiative. You will vote either with or against. I don't know what will you vote for. Just a question again. Will you vote against or will you vote for that? So that means if we have 14 years, we will be falling into another trap. I don't know if it's a political trap or it's a what. It will remain, historically, it will remain one of the major changes that we could have made in our constitution. We've never had this. And of course, hata kama hatukuwa nayo, Moi ruled us for 24 years with just the same constitution that they had before. but in 2010 ili change ikaiweka a mandatory on that. So history has it. Look at the countries like Venezuela. They changed their term limits to be 6 years. Since then, the president is still there. Hajawahi toka. I gave you a very good example ya Museveni in Uganda. They changed the constitution to say that the limits after 7 years, after how many years, they will change. Remember, up to that moment, the president hajawahi toka. Should I also continue? Djibouti, the president term, huko Djibouti, presidential term ilikuwa 5 years na walibadilisha in 2010. The term limit abolished, allowing incumbent president to run repeatedly. Should I always tell you what is happening there? Cameroon, the presidential term is 7 years, and the current president, Paul Biya, has been in power since 1980s. Should I also tell you where we are heading to? It is something that we can smell some rat. Honestly. A very good question. Why are we changing? Some are saying it is because of maybe development. I'm not really very much sure about that. But to you, as our viewer, as a Kenyan, when the last bullet will come to you for a referendum, what are the implications will this do? One, the first of it, it will mean President William Ruto will be ruling for the next 7 years. Of course, term limit itakuwa inaisha his first term itakuwa inaisha 2027, but it means +2 term yake itakuwa inaisha 2029. If by any chance atasecure another term, it means atakuwa anaenda mpaka 2035 instead of 2032. Again, there's this thing ambayo imekuwa ikisema Kanu boys will rule for 100 years. I don't know how you're taking that. It is something that was started by Moi, akisema ni Kanu. Look at the Kenya Kwanza alignment, a political factor. Purely a larger percentage of it ni watu ambao wako na Kanu historical background. We are not much sure about this, but where we are heading to, I don't know whether if we make any attempt to change, we still need to be genuine to ourselves. Will we still remain to 14 years? Ama bado tutaendelea? This is how they started. Those people who have ruled for 24 years. Those people who have ruled for 30 years. This is how they started. But I don't know what is your implication. What can you really suggest about this? And if this is brought to your hands, of course, will you vote for it or vote against? I don't know what you're thinking about this, but I'll be happy to see your comment in the comment section. Remember to share, comment, and subscribe. And of course, click the notification bell so that you can be updated in our next episodes here at the Politrix. My name is Jackson Chacha. We are continuing. And remember, this is the home of political analysis, and we shall be giving you the best. Thank you very much.